Hi, I'm Mihir from Viaterra and today I'm here to talk about layering, a term that you have probably heard people talking about and why is it good for motorcycle riders and how exactly you should do it. The concept of layering comes from the outdoor lifestyle universe. When you're going trekking or scaling mountains, over the duration of the expedition, you are likely to encounter different weather conditions. Warmer weather initially and cooler as you gain altitude and possibly extreme cold further along the way. Since space is limited and you want to keep weight to a minimum, instead of having different types of jackets and gear for each type of weather, you can use a kit that can be layered one on top of the other to achieve protection from the elements in an ever-changing weather scenario. All of this is relevant to motorcycling too. When you are riding in the plains, you could have a completely sunny day that turns into a raging downpour. And even in Ladakh and the Himalayas, conditions might be extremely cold in the morning and evening, but in the middle of the day, it can often get quite warm. So the idea of layering, quite simply, is that you can add or subtract layers as you need to, ensuring that you're consistently comfortable on and off your motorcycle. So, what are the 4 types of layers that every biker needs? Sequentially, for your upper body, it would be a base layer, a mid layer, the riding jacket itself, and then an outer waterproof shell. For the lower body, it would be a base layer, riding pants, and an outer waterproof shell, since you may not always have the room for a mid layer. A base layer is typically worn directly on your skin. For summer riding conditions, your base layer needs to be thin, light, moisture-wicking, extremely breathable, and also have an antibacterial coating that prevents the odor from building up. Options like the Viaterra B100 base layer and the second skin base layer do all of this and are also extremely quick drying, so you always have fresh gear to use on longer trips. If you are riding in colder weather, you can opt for a warm base layer like the B100 fleece base layer from Viaterra. These are made of thicker materials and have an inner fleece lining that help retain body heat. A mid layer is worn between the base layer and the riding jacket, hence the term mid layer. This is something that you need in fluctuating weather conditions. It makes it easy to add a layer of insulation and warmth under your riding jacket whenever you need it, or simply take it off when it gets warmer. Of course, this is also extremely useful in very cold conditions, in situations where you want all the warmth that you can probably get. A premium and purpose-built mid-layer like the Viaterra Boreal is stretchable and made of a thin but warm material so that it does not add much bulk under your riding jacket and also does not compromise mobility. Needless to say, this can also serve as your warm jacket before and after your ride. The riding jacket comes next, and the utility is pretty obvious. It provides critical impact and abrasion protection, and all the other layers can go over or under it. Even if you choose to not use any other layer, do not skip the safety provided by a good riding jacket. Well, the 4th and outermost layer is the waterproof shell, a lightweight, durable waterproof jacket that can easily be worn over your riding jacket. This is what will keep you dry when the rain comes down and will also keep you warm when the weather gets cold. A waterproof shell also blocks out wind and can help retain body heat. So if you're riding in very cold conditions, you will want to use your fleece base layer, a mid layer, your riding jacket and the waterproof shell even when it's not raining. If you're using a purpose-built mid layer made of high quality materials, this setup should keep you quite toasty and comfortable. Layering for the lower body works very similarly, with the option of a summer base layer or a fleece base layer, depending on the weather, the protective riding pant itself, and then a waterproof outer shell that does for the lower body what the rain jacket does for your torso. Instead of a mid layer, it is usually easier to use a fleece base layer in colder conditions because riding pants tend to have less room for additional layering, and this also keeps your legs free to move. The real benefit of this layered approach is that you can use various permutations and combinations depending on the conditions and your own personal tolerances. Basically, whatever keeps you most comfortable every step of the way. If you'd like to know more about motorcycling layers and the options available at Viaterra, please click on the link below or just visit viaterragear.com. We would love to hear what you thought about this video in the comment section below.